Now, let's learn about thayyibah sentence. Let's listen Quran Surah Ibrahim, verse 24 until 25.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف ضرب الله مثلا كلمة طيبة كشجرة طيبة أصلها ثابت وفرعها في السماء تؤتي أكلها كل حين بإذن ربها ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس لعلهم يتذكرون صدق الله العظيم.
Thayyibah sentence like a good tree. The roots sturdy and dry into the earth, as our faith and dry in our heart, and branch towering to the sky. The thayyibah sentence is imprinted in the heart, so make belief and faith become more firmly and peaceful. Thayyibah sentence as faith. Faith must build every Muslim in order to get strong in the soul and body. It determines the strength, beauty, and sincerity of a person's behavior in action and word. Thayyibah sentence in action and words. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and most merciful. Lafaz basmalah, meaning bless and ask protection to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Bismillahi, in the name of Allah. In, it means in our heart. In our heart should be there is name of Allah. Ar-Rahmani, Allah is not infallible based on religion, shape, faith, ethnic, and etc. Allah giving rizki to all of the creatures that need it. Ar-Rahimi, Allah giving rizki to Muslim people and the people that faith and believe to Allah Ta'ala. The time to reading Basmalah. 1. Opening in Al-Quran. All of the surah beginning by Basmalah except Surah At-Taubah. 2. Rasulullah write the letter of king. 3. Prophet Sulaiman write the letter for Sabah's queens. 4. Lafaz Basmalah read before to worship. As the take ablution, take a bath, or tayammum. Every case that does not start with Bismillah, then we will be cut off. The meaning cut off is less from barakah. 5. Protect us from shaitan when eat. 6. Protect us from shaitan when jima. 7. Cover between jinn and aurat of human. We as a human cannot see jinn, but jinn can see our activities. 8. Cover shaitan to open the place that save our will or food. 9. The requirement halal, the animal of sacrifice. When sacrifice of animal, by reading Basmalah, it will be halal to eat. Based on the Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 41, and glorify Him in the morning and evening. Zikir by glorify and purify accompanied cleaning self from deficiencies. Read tasbih to Allah means to glorify and purify Him from all qualities that are not worthy of His majesty, His devotion, and unity. The time to reading tasbih, the foundation of the pronunciation of the beats when surprised at the attitude of others. Next, ask for the second condition, that is amazed at an event, and may also be said when saying something amazing or beautiful. With a note, it's purely on the authority of God and without human intervention. Alhamdulillah or tahlil, the translate, praise be to Allah. Lafaz Alhamdulillah means grateful, thankful, and tasbih. Based on the Surah Ibrahim, verse 7, sometimes humans are often arrogant, so they are reluctant to give thanks, even though fact all that is owned by human is entrusted from Allah Ta'ala. We should grateful to Allah Ta'ala every time, every situation and condition, although we get sickness, and the remind of Allah make us better than past. Lafaz tahlil, la ilaaha illallah. The meaning, there is no God except Allah. Lafaz tahlil is the main of zikir. As the hadith from Ibn Majah and from Abu Hurairah, as the Quran Surah Al-Ahzab verse 41, tahlil will have impact to us if we read with our heart by sincerely and truly. The Surah Al-Ra'd, ala bidzikrillahi tatma'inul qulub, to increase the faith of Muslims and closer to Allah. Make a zikr be our habit in every activities, so that is in Sakaratul Maut we made easy to recite the name of Allah. Lafaz takbir means Allah the most great. Takbir is raising God. Allah is the great. Allah is the most greatest. From what? From this universe. From everything, including the various problems we face. From all insulting sayings. From all defiance of things. When we start the prayer and say Allahu Akbar, then that is the line breaker between self and the world. We may urge to face Allah by saying takbir. Leave all the fear of the world. We do not think about fear of account payable, the heavy burden of work. Even single or not, when Allahu Akbar is said, it starts to pray. We magnify God, we shrink ourselves. Who is reading takbir, then he will not have the nature of kibir or takabur. He really understands that the means nothing before the greatness of God. Self-conceit vanished instantly with takbir. When we get disaster or accident, we should reading lafaz tarji'ah, inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. The meaning, indeed, we belong to Allah, and indeed, to Him we will return. We should remember where we come from. We from Allah, and what we do in this world, we do to Allah, and where we will will be done in the future without saying inshallah. Lafaz inshallah used to accompany statement that will do something in the future. A person who says this meaning giving up all dedication to God and accepting the faith that sometimes God acts in accordance with human expectation. MashaAllah is a praise expressed by a Muslim to show admiration for someone or even, in this case, it used as an expression for appreciation, while at the same time as a reminder that all achievement can occur because of His word. It's proof on the Quran Surah Kahfi verse 39. Lafaz istighfar. The translate, I seek forgiveness in Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. In the lafaz istighfar, there is a supplication and wish, a help servant, feeling small in front of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, that the most great. And there is agreement or self-led. Allah shows His power, He's the Rahman and Rahim. He always forgives His servant who truly repent. Istighfar, reading in every time, and it becomes obligatory when committing sins and become very sunnah after doing good deed. The Prophet said, Al-Ihsan mahalul khata' wa nisyan. As a human beings, we have wrong, many mistakes and forget that we have to lot of forgiveness, remembering the Creator, worshipping closer to Allah. This must was followed by taubatan nasuha, with self-awareness and regret about wrongdoers and sinners. In this hadith, there is suggestion and warnings. Suggestion is the good words and warning is bad words. In it, there is also a wise reciprocity between recommendation and warnings. The reciprocation illuminates the path of believer and encourages him to choose something that weighs the scales on the Lord's side. On the day of reckoning,